That was why that didn't work. Wrong print.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I really should have Googled it. I thought I knew where it was.
I thought I knew where it was too, but
don't know.
I came down here last week to check out.
Check it out.
Yeah. We've already started recording. Welcome to Sineaters. The Reverend Redacted. Actually, Reverend Recording, Ryan Richards. And we're here with C. Andrew Mayer.
Redacted. C. Andrew Redacted.
Well, we don't know what the C stands for. We're at Babani's in St. Paul, Minnesota, in their new location. They used to be in this weird little corner of downtown that was right around the corner from where you and I often work together at the Fitzgerald Theater, home of Prairie Home Companion and a bunch of other interesting fare. And on lunches, we used to sneak around the corner and come to Babani's, the first Kurdish restaurant. So, and they are making your favorite dish.
Garbanzo bean shilluk.
There we go.
I'm the only guy that ordered it. It was on the menu at the old place, and they told me they were taking it off because I'm the only guy that ordered it still.
Let's scoot down. Listen, but that way the microphone has a better chance.
Right, of picking us up over all this ambient noise.
Exactly. We're using a Theta 360-degree camera set up on a little tripod, a mini Elijah unit. That way you can both see the food and hopefully hear us.
And if you look behind you, you'll see a wall or
yeah. The food here is very aromatic. You experience it as much with the nose as with the mouth. And my favorite item, the thing that gets, when I describe it to people, my mouth just starts watering, is the daojik soup. It's a chicken, yogurt, rice, basil, and lemon juice. This soup's tangy bite has traditionally kept many a Kurdish traveler from wandering too far from home.
Stuff will save your life on a cold winter day, I'm telling you.
But it's a bit of Sophie's choice when it comes to deciding between the daojik and the niskena. It's their lentil soup. It's a lentil and sweet onion, olive oil, and spices. And an old vegan roommate of mine claimed that it was the best soup on the planet. And that's pretty much what he lived off of.
Yeah. It's one of the great things about this place is there's so many vegetarian options. It's not even like a thing. It's it's just food that they serve, So.
Babani's was a great early date place because it would give you an opportunity for the dinners. You do a combination, which you would get one more item than there were members of the party. So there's two of you, you get 3 items.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's a great way of kind of sampling and letting everybody get what they want. And if you're vegetarian, there's plenty of options. If you're vegan, there's plenty of options. You can fill it up, but you don't all have to go one way or the other. For me, the kube brinch, it's a rice dumpling filled with lean ground beef, special spices, olive oil, and parsley, and then quick fried in a crisp brown shell. But I'm all about the carnivore. They do have now, what are your dietary?
Well, I'm just vegetarian, we like to say, because I eat fish, but only very occasionally. I'm mostly vegetarian, mostly pretty strictly vegetarian.
Yeah.
Not vegan.
Do you mind sharing why?
Oh, well, how much time you got?
Explain yourself. Oh, we got 1 hour 3 minutes.
1 hour 3 minutes. Okay. It's partially a health thing and partially an ethics thing. The morals of the meat industry are so awful. I mean, the morals are non-existent. That's not even what I'm saying. The ethics are for most people, their experience of the meat industry is the anonymous, horrible mistreatment and torture of animals is what it appears to me. It's really. Well, look at that. You doing okay?
Yeah. I was guessing, I guess 212. I'm actually at 263, a little bit higher. But I was testing my daughter's milk before I left the house. I won't hand her a glass of milk unless I taste it first, just to make sure it's not bad.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, and I was trying to, and for some reason she didn't like the cup, but I was trying to convince her that it was good and repeatedly drinking from it.
Milk's. Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you, man. It's the first time I've been over here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ahmed.
Ahmed, yep.
Ahmed, yeah, great. And your brother is Mohammed, right?
Yeah,
so I got your
he works at dinner time, so.
You know what I'm Okay, that's how I remember.
I
Yeah,
think
good.
he's busy, then I call him up.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah.
Ryan said that you're making the garbanzo bean chiller for him.
Yeah, oh yeah. We were selling it. I remember you really liked it though, but today we made a lot of it. So.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just for you.
Just for me, yay. Yeah, I love it. I'm delighted. So it's
For
good.
sure.
This working out well for you, is it?
Yeah, it's really busy today. Like the past 2 days, especially like Saturday, it's just we had like to call some people to come help us out too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
good.
usually never work dinner unless like it's super busy. So.
Right, yeah.
But lunches I got it under control.
Yeah, you got
And
to
it's good
control
to
it.
stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the right move for you to come
Yeah,
here,
I think it's the best move we ever made. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we've been there for 19 years.
Yeah.
And, we just found an opportunity to move here. The guys before us, they're closing, and like we should move here. And I think it's a good move.
Yeah, really smart. Yeah, I miss you over there. It was more convenient for me. Just walk
Was
there.
it walking distance?
It was from we
But
were
this will be
various
easier to give
places.
directions too.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
there was always all right, you got to go out there. Oh, what
Yeah.
bridge is that?
Yeah, right. And then up
and then you
around
got
and
to stop
yeah,
immediately. You got to find a parking
Yeah,
space.
exactly.
Yeah.
Here you actually have a parking lot.
We have matter of fact, it's only 5 minutes away too, so it's
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah.
Right.
And people get off work over there, just come over here, drive over here before they go home. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not that. It's easy to find.
Yeah, and you have more space too.
Yeah. It's just twice as big as the other one, so it's just way bigger than the other one. Yeah. Bigger tables and yeah.
And you got all these apartments right around. I mean, it's really smart, really good for you guys. Yeah.
Most of actually a lot of our customers are residential compared to like our older restaurant. There was a lot of them actually like workers,
Yeah.
around the buildings. But here we have a lot of residentials from here. We get some people from US Bank as well.
Yeah. My Masonic Lodge is just down the street over here.
You work over there? Yeah.
That's where my Masonic Lodge is.
Oh, it
As a member, yeah. No, we work at the Fitzgerald together. I also work at the History Theater and a lot of theaters down in downtown Minneapolis. So there were a lot of times when I was over there on my dinner break or whatever.
Or downtown St. Paul.
Or down in St. Paul. Excuse me.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
we actually was something going on at the History Theater not too long ago over there. So I think it was last Saturday. People just flocked here, and I thought because that was closer to the other restaurant,
Yeah,
people
right.
still came here.
Still came here,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
so I
because
was like,
it's
there's
a
something
You
going
have
on.
you have a reputation. So
Well, I described the soup here to people, and my mouth just starts watering.
Yeah, the chicken soup.
The Daojik.
Yeah.
And the Niskana. The next Niskana is really amazing too.
They're both. One is vegetarian, so
Yeah.
one is with chicken. So I want
That's why, this is one of the things we were just saying is that one of the really great things about this place is you have all these vegetarian options, and it's not like a thing. It's not like it's just the food you serve.
It's
very
a
cool.
great first date location
Yeah.
because you're not sure what the person's dietary
True.
thing is, but it's also exotic enough that it's something new and interesting.
Yeah.
It's something that sparks conversation,
Yeah.
and especially doing the combo where you get one more thing than there are the party.
Yeah.
Gives you kind of a wide sampling and allows you to get something vegan, vegetarian, or with meat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty diverse.
Yeah.
So, even the things you don't have the shilla, you can always call ahead.
Yeah.
That's a really vegetarian favorite too. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
and my wife's favorite dish is the Nineveh saute that it hasn't been on the menu for 10 years, I don't think.
We still make
but you
it.
still make it when you ask for it, yeah.
It's
So.
actually, we have like some veterans that come here for a while, so they
Well-
always get the sauce.
What we'll do is we'll get together and we'll discuss, talk about a secret menu, figure out a list of things, and then we'll put it up on the website. That way, people can kind of call ahead and go, "Hey, I'm gonna come down, and there's this one thing that I really want."
Yeah, it's like a hidden menu. Or
Yeah,
something
It's
like
a
that.
hidden menu.
Yeah,
For sure. There's a few of them, like,
we're all about that.
yeah,
So,
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys want anything to drink first? Or?
Well, I think we're probably figure out our order. I'm going to start off with the Kurdish lemonade.
Lemonade? Sure, sounds good.
It is I'm a type 1 diabetic, but so it is a sometimes treat. But I am going to. It is definitely worth the injection of insulin.
At least, man, drink it at least once a week. That's good
so
for
good.
it. That's good for it.
I'll have a Kurdish lemonade as well.
Same for all right. And you guys want to order after the drinks? Or
No, I think I do know that I want a cup of the Daojik
sure.
soup.
Okay.
And I want to do the Kube Brim.
Sugar bread is my favorite.
Yeah, it's just fantastic.
I'm gonna have the shell out, but I'll have it with tabbouleh. Do I get a salad with it?
The tabbouleh one? Yeah, for sure.
And can you describe the Turkish pizza?
Yeah, this is like minced steak and ground beef together with red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and Kurdish spices. We usually put 17 spices in here, so it's very thin crust. So it's not really like a pizza, but it's the closest you can get to a pizza. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you can either have eggs on it or feta cheese, or you can have it just plain.
Which do you prefer?
I'm an egg guy, so
Right,
it's a lot of protein.
I'll do one of those.
Or you can have one. You can have both. I mean.
I gotta
Half
eat
and half.
Yeah, you gotta just.
Yeah. I am only human.
Too much food. Yeah, I know.
Yes, I am human. I'll order one of those. Do it your way.
Sure. As an appetizer, right?
Yeah. It has meat on it, so.
okay.
Can we do one without meat?
That's the way it's made.
That's okay. I'll have my salad. That'll be fine. My tabbouleh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get that for you. Right
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice guy. He and his brother look so much alike. They're both like solid Kurdish dudes, you know, and like.
I know, to you all Kurds look alike.
No. You can tell they're brothers. Is all I'm saying. But Muhammad's a little bigger. I think actually a little more built. They spend time in the gym. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're really nice guys. And their mom just walked through. Their mom is the proprietor. She and her husband, who I think is their stepfather, if I understand correctly, but she just walked through, and she's really nice.
Yeah,
They're really.
She's always been friendly and
super customer service oriented and stuff.
and seemingly ageless.
And seemingly ageless, indeed. It's so true. Yeah. Kind of amazing.
I was just watching a Twilight Zone last night with my daughter Gemma. This month's cult of the month is Serlinism, which is following a philosophy built on the works of Rod Serling. Because if you're going to have a sci-fi writer write your theology, you might as well be somebody who's good at menacing the public conscience.
Rather than a hack like L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, some guy with some kind of weird torture rape boat.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes.
But you and I will be working later today at the Fitzgerald Theater.
Boy, crazy boy, keep cool, boy.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a showing of West Side Story, which I really haven't seen in a while.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so yeah, it should be fun, really. And the band, I think, is going to be good too.
That was Sondheim's first book that he wrote.
I'd even forgotten that was Sondheim.
Yeah, I believe it was. I'm sure if I am wrong, it'll be the three viewers of this will correct us.
Right, exactly. They'll let us know. Those fact checkers that are on the hunt. Right?
Yeah, I met Sondheim once he came to the Guthrie. But there was a thick fog of hangers-on, and it was just like, not my scene. But but I really enjoy some of his. As a person who works musicals a lot, I am not a big fan of musicals, at least not classic kind of boring musicals, especially if it's agriculture related.
Yeah, exactly.
And I say this as a former member of the Future Farmers of America.
Right.
But his darker, weirder ones, like Sunday in the Park with George, but Sweeney Todd is one of my favorites. I did a production of it over at the old Guthrie Lab, but I was in a really weird mixed position where I was kind of in the middle of the audience over here, but the orchestra was over here, and the performance was here, but also the cast would pop up and do different platforms throughout the audience. So it was kind of theater in the round, but also theater in front of them. It was
in the most gigantic bar of a room you could ever imagine.
Yeah, and I had to mix to a particular type. It had to sound a particular type of bad to me for it to sound good out there. So it's mixing to an abstract concept.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. So all you can do is do the numbers.
Right.
He's like, okay, according to the designer, this is what sounds good, and it doesn't really allow you to compensate too much for the day-to-day, nuance. And fine-tuning.
I know. Yeah. No. That building is still rough. It's still the Lab Theater, and it's still rough.
Yeah. I just did a show there last December with Kevin Kling in the Interact Theater. Interact Theater is a theater in, is it technically, yeah, it's St. Paul or Minneapolis? It's in Midway, Twin Cities.
They moved to Midway recently.
Yeah, that works with people of various ability and disability, and so we did a production called "What Fools These Mortals Be," which was a combination of all the fools in Shakespeare, all mixed into one, and they traveled from land to land, kind of stumbling through the entire Shakespearean canon at one point. And the cast was huge, and a number of people. We had a number of people with Down syndrome, a few were blind, various points on the autism scale, fully bodied, and various people. And the great thing about the production is it allowed the people to be viewed by their ability and not their disability. And it was emotionally fulfilling work to do. And I kind of went in there a little, I would say misminded, because I'm walking in there, I'm just a fully capable, do. And then I'm sitting down there and I'm kind of, I'm watching everybody and I'm enjoying the show, and I'm also considering myself. I'm like, well, I am a type 1 diabetic. Well, I do have dyslexia. And then I was having a chat with one of the actors, and he said, Ryan, you belong here. And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Oh, we all do, yeah.
And I remember coming in one morning, it was after driving on, it was like really icy day, and we got off really easy this year. So all the stupid was on the road at once, right. And it was in front of me, right. And it was between me and work. Right. And I finally get to work, and and I walk in the door, and I just kind of, I just had the frustrations, kind of carry on me. And I walk through the door, and then like 30 people simultaneously look up and go, "Hi, Ryan," and they're like genuinely happy to see me. And it's like, and my heart grew 3 sizes. It was just, it felt good to go to work, and that's how it should be. Yeah, it's not how it always is, but but when it is like that, you appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, and my thing about Interact has always been that, like, the first time you go there, most of us condescendingly have our charitable hats on, like, oh yeah, this is whatever, and then you get there and you were so blown away by the humanity of the whole situation, and they're really good. They're actually like really, and in fact.
And Vanessa Healy, seeing her stage manage and coordinate and know how, she is both, the creative and also, taskmaster. She is the director. She's calling the ships, and she doesn't allow slacking or anybody to use their disability as a crutch.
Right, for anything.
And if there is a problem, it's about figuring out a way to make it work right then and there. And
right.
To watch her work is just amazing.
Is it really? Wow, cool.
Yeah. Well, also afterwards I got a very nice personalized letter from her thanking me.
Wow.
And it was just such a positive experience, especially after kind of spending so many years at the Guthrie. This is not a slight against Guthrie, but it's kind of one after another after another after another. You don't really allow yourself too much emotional attachment to these things because it is very passive. It was always weird on like closing nights because you'd see the performers. This is the last moment. This is the end of it. But, not going to see these people again. Hugs. It's possibly the last performance in the building. And there's me like, back at 8 a.m. To see a new fresh face group. It's kind of like living in an Aaron Sorkin pilot. What are you working on these days?
All sorts of stuff. I had 4 overlapping projects, and they were. Sorry, I'm thinking while I speak.
How dare you?
Changing topics in mid-sentence. I was consumed with thoughts of Interact there, and I do admire that place a lot. Let's see. I just opened Anna in the Tropics at the Jungle. That was last week, and the week prior it was Corazon Eterno at Mixed Blood. So it was two plays by Latino playwrights, and really both just really cool plays with really great casts and really just tremendously cool projects. So And at the same time, I was putting a video montage, a couple pieces of video together for the History Theater, the Highwaymen, and then I was Illusion. I was doing a show for Illusion as well, so it was kind of a overlapping series of madness there. But you know, that's what we do. That's what we sign up for as freelancers in this business.
Very cool. Very
yeah, and then so now I'm leaving on Sunday to go to California and ski for a few days, which will be kind of
Where in California?
In Tahoe.
Ah, that's
Never
actually
been
my
there.
hometown.
Tahoe?
I was born in Lake Tahoe, California. I joke if my mother would have squeezed a little bit harder, I would have been born in Nevada.
Wow.
That's all right.
Ah,
All right.
Fresh lemonade.
Cheers.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
thank you. This stuff is so good.
Yeah. Whether it squeezed a bit harder, you would be even weirder than you are, Ryan. So no.
Well, in case California decides to secede from the Union, you know, I got native status.
That's right. Native warrant, right? God, that's so good. Okay, just have to say this lemonade has this slightly bitter flavor to it, like from the rind or something. And it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
It's so cool.
It's from the inner part of the Rhine. It's like
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
they kind of maybe just kind of go to a little bit town on those lemons.
Yeah, and it's so delicious. It's like it's not like other lemonade. It's not too sweet. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So I'm going to go ski for a few days. Never been there, and I haven't been in the mountains for 10 years. That's going to be pretty wild.
13 units of insulin.
There you go.
I'm doing my
have-
best to try to normalize my
Yeah,
meal
not make a
routines.
big deal. Yeah, I'm not paying attention either. But do you have a calculator or something that lets you know from which foods you're eating, like how much you're going to eat? Or?
Well, there are books
Educated
and there
guess.
are apps, and then there's just kind of experience. And also, you have to kind of rate into what the physical activity and or stress you're going through, because
Yeah.
that can drive it down. So.
Like this situation is extremely stressful.
Oh,
I'm sure.
terrible, terrible. Talking and eating food.
No,
It's hell I go through.
it's the hell you go through
Yeah.
to bring a little joy and illumination to the internet. It's hell.
Well, they say happy is a person that can make their hobbies their careers, and I really like going to restaurants and eating food, and it's something that I'm really good at. Like I go to a restaurant, I'll order something, I'll talk to the staff, and you know, you get their names and you figure out what it is that they eat or what their favorites are, and you kind of bend it that way. I also I would often order something, and then the other people would go, "Oh, I want what you have." So, and I really like getting together and also kind of sharing foods. You know, I like a big dynamic whenever possible. I also like visiting and trying new restaurants. So this seemed like it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Plus, I know interesting people, and it gives us an opportunity to get together and talk.
Chit chat about various subjects. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to come back from Tahoe, and I'm going to have 3 days to kind of turn around. We're going to the UK for 2 weeks, so I've got a very fabulous life coming.
Very nice. Very nice.
I also just I have projects lined up in April and May, but I just got a very fancy call from well, fancy, but a charming call from John Miller Stephanie.
Oh, very nice. How's he doing?
Running a theater in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Nice.
And they need a sound designer like at the end of next month for a show. And he thought it was all in place because he inherited the season from the previous artistic director. Thought everything was in place, and it turned out that it wasn't. So it's happening. It's happening rather quickly. So I get to spend 8 days or something in Little Rock, Arkansas, which I've never been there. I'm really psyched about it.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Yeah, I'm glad John Miller Stephanie has landed on his feet. Actually, he was a good soul in a strange position there at that his old job. You know. So.
I'm going to give you, I don't have the information on me, but I'll send it to you in the next few weeks. There's a restaurant, I believe it's in Little Rock, that has a statue in front of it dedicated to the victims of the Mountain Meadow Massacre in Utah.
Wow.
Because it's where the wagon train started and where the families were from.
Wow.
If you could do me a favor and take some photos, and if so interested, I'm sure talk with them. It might be an
Sounds
interesting
fascinating.
experience.
Fascinating.
Yeah, are you familiar with the Mountain Meadow Massacre?
Not as such. No.
Oh, I'll do it real briefly. A wagon train was going from Utah to, I believe, California. Or sorry, from Little Rock to California. and it was going through Utah, and at that time it was Mormon territory.